We will fight back!
Abortion, gun control, flag burning. If it's a hot potato, it gets tossed to the Judiciary Committee. And for the 37 men and women on the panel, the temperature is rising. They are about to get the Star Report.
This is Congressman Charles Kennedy, that's spelled C-A-N-A-D-Y.
No household names here. Like most members of the House Judiciary, Charles Kennedy generally roams the hallowed halls unnoticed, trots across the East Front Capitol Plaza undisturbed. But the times, they are a-changin'. These are heady times for those who generally toil in the vineyards. Heady and scary because, in essence, they are preparing for the unknown. But when they finally get down to business, will business be more about histrionics than history? All those hot potatoes attract the partisan and the passionate. The committee is home to California's liberal and often abrasive Maxine Waters, as well as Georgia's conservative and often abrasive Bob Barr. In between, there are other abrasive, equally opinionated, not at all shy lawmakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Candy Crowley and Mr. Bill Adair.
We're going to pose for the picture. Okay, great. Candy.
The really scary thing is I don't remember doing that piece. It's been that kind of year. My children, when I was little, used to refer to that as mental pause. And I've had a lot of that over the last year, as have all of my more than hardworking colleagues at CNN. My father had this expression when I was growing up. He was a hunter in the Midwest, and he used to talk about hunting over a baited field, which was something you didn't do. It was just easy hunting. And that's kind of how I look at this year. It was hunting over a baited field. You didn't have to do too much to excel with this kind of material. You know, I was told when they sent me this thing to be pithy and deep and human and humorous and brief. So, I'm in TV, so I'll try and be brief, but it is cable, so it's not quite as brief as commercial. First of all, thank you to the National Press Foundation. This is terrific. I am greatly honored. Sissy, where are you? Thank you. To have this award with your granddad's name on it means so much to me. There are some people in the audience that could tell you how very much that means. And it reminds me, since I was also told to say something about journalism, that I think this is a great career. It's just a trip. It always is. Everybody says to me, oh, what are you going to do now? Well, something will come up. We know that. I'm not worried. One of the things that, to me as a journalist, that's important to remember is that behind every politician there's somebody that loves marigolds. And behind every politician there may be somebody's grandfather or somebody's dad. And I think one of the things that makes journalism fun for me is I try to find the marigold lover in all those politicians we cover. Let me thank. Look, television is a collaborative effort. I couldn't even tell you who put that piece together for me. It is at so many levels. For every one of me, there are dozens of people back at the bureau, desk people, camera people, editors, producers, who toil back there finding just the right shot that makes it a good piece, finding the soundbite that I've asked for that's been dubbed down 12 times, and they're running from edit room to edit room trying to make air. This is a wholly collaborative effort, and I am up here for many, many people at the CNN Bureau. If I started to name them all, I'd be in big trouble, but I have to name a couple because they are representative of what we do in television. My first two words are Mike Roselli. He is my producer, has been since the Gulf War. He just makes me better than I am all the time, and he knows how much of this award is his. We have in the television people, in the business something known as package producers. One of my package producers who's been with me and done a lot of my packages over the past year is a man named Marino. He's one of those guys that I give him a package and it's however long, and he's supposed to, we work together on what the pictures are, but he's really the picture guy and the graphics guy, and tries to work to make it look as good as it can. And my favorite thing from him is I'll call him and say, okay, here's the script, and he'll okay. He said, now, in this paragraph here, exactly what did you have in mind for a picture? Which means we're in huge trouble, but he always finds a way to make it look good, and does it uncomplainingly. We also have editors, the guys that actually put it together, and the women. Michael Jackson is here tonight. I've worked with him for a number of the packages that I did last year. There are many of him at CNN as well. Michael very often will get 7-minute packages from me with an hour to do it. He never once complained to me, never once asked me why I couldn't get a script in on time, and always said, not to worry, we'll make it happen, and hung up, and he always made it happen. So I have to thank all the people at CNN that made this happen for me and do so on a daily basis. Just a final kind of personal note. When I first came to CNN, my children were about 8 and 9, and as single mothers are wont to do, I probably told them much too much about my own insecurities. And, I'd come home and say, oh, I don't know if I did that story right, if I wrote it right, did I pick the right bites, did I really get the gist of it? And, they're 8 and 9, what do? They kind of listen to it, and, and then I fix them fish sticks or something. And so at one point on Valentine's Day, they were about 8 or 9 years old. Unbeknownst to me, they went to my next door neighbor and took her some money. She wrote a check out to the Washington Post. And Valentine's Day was that Sunday, and they woke me up and threw the Washington Post on the bed and said, look, Mom, look. And I opened it up, and they said, look here. And, the Washington Post does those Valentine's Day ads every Valentine's Day. And they went down and they found mine, and it said, to Mom, the best CNN correspondent. We love you. Everybody should have people that make it happen, and everybody should have people who have faith in them. My now 22-year-old son is in the audience. Webster, thank you for having faith in me. I wish you all both of those kinds of people, because without it, you can't make it in a career like this. Again, thank you to the National Press Foundation. I am truly honored.